Hey y'all, welcome back to another how-to Front Porch Turkey Talk. Today I wanted to cover the how-tos of hooting and why we do it. So let's start with the basics. Why does a turkey gobble at a barred owl cadence? It is believed that turkey gobble to a variation of many sounds because it lines up on the same frequency as their gobble. They do this in response to another sound. It could be a thunder, it could be a crow, it could be a woodpecker, it could be an owl, it could be a jake brake on a big truck going down the hill, and yes, it could be slamming your truck door. Keep in mind, they're not communicating with these other animals, but they're doing it in a response to the sounds that they're hearing. So the next subject will be why we try to go out and roost a gobbler in the afternoon. So we do this, and what we like to call it is homework. We like to go out in the evenings and try to locate a turkey gobbler. A lot of times if you get there early enough in the afternoon, not only can you find where they're roosted at, but sometimes you can also find the direction that they're coming from going back to roost. Why is this important? Because it helps you to understand the area that they're probably going to fly to the next morning. Because if they're comfortable there, they're more naturally going to want to go to that location if they're coming from that location. It gives you the ability to set up in between where you know he's roosted at and where you know he wants to travel the next morning. So topic number 2. We want to talk about where do you roost a turkey at. Turkey and the barred owl in the south typically like the same kind of environment. They like places that are very acoustical and places that amplify the sounds that they make. Owls do this for mating just like turkeys do this for mating. But a turkey does this because if he can roost in a place to where it gives him a good advantage in acoustics and it makes his gobble seem louder and more effective, and he has a greater chance of calling up a hen the next morning. Does this mean that you'll always kill one if you find one? No, roosted is not roasted, but it gives you the best strategical advantage on where and how to set up the next morning if you do find one. So in the area that we live in, it's pretty mountainous. There's a lot of big mountains, a lot of big hollows. In the south, we like to call them hollers. So I like to find a big ridge that overlooks a big bottom. Typically, that's where the turkey are going to want to roost because that's what gives them the best advantage to call up a hen. And as you should know, in nature, it is designed for the hen to come to the gobbler. So the third topic we want to go over is how to use an owl call. We have here our 2 owl calls called the cadence and we have the screamer. Either one of these calls work essentially the same way. Now the way that I like to describe how to use our owl call is by making the sign, okay. What you want to do is place the call in the end, at the very end of the call, being in your okay symbol. And what we're trying to do is create this sound chamber right here as a hollow space. You'll take your other hand and just cover up the okay symbol to where it is essentially sealed all the way around. You adjust your volume by opening up your space or your chamber. You can do it this way or you can do it this way. To adjust your pitch, that's when you start producing more air. So more air in this chamber equals a higher pitch. I'll demonstrate. Also doubles as an elk call. So to do the standard 8-note cadence, who cooks for you, who cooks for you all? Now we get a lot of questions on the roll that's at the end of the 8-note cadence. You use the same muscles mechanically as you do when you're gargling water. So if you can gargle water, then you should be able to roll on the end of your 8-note owl cadence. Back of your throat, not the front of your tongue, the back of your tongue. Oh. They also do what we like to call the laughing sequence. Keep in mind not to overblow your owl calls, because that's the easiest thing to do regardless of who makes the call. We would love for you to give us the opportunity on one of our owl calls, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to help you to understand, for those that may not know, how and where and why to use an owl call to give you the best advantage in the spring turkey woods this year. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Hope it was informational to you. If we've helped you in any way, we would love for you to give us a comment, drop us a thumbs up, like and share our content, as this helps us tremendously. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and good luck this spring.
Harmony Game Calls, custom handmade game calls. You can find us on the web at www.harmonygamecalls.com.